Maybe you miss it, the soft weight of someone beside you, the way your fingers fit into another's, that quiet, wordless feeling of being held. What if I told you that those small moments of closeness don't just soothe the soul? They also protect the heart, ease the mind, and strengthen the body. Because after 70, closeness becomes more than just physical. It becomes essential. A warm hug, a gentle kiss, a hand to hold. These are not luxuries, they're lifelines. And today, we're talking about why touch still matters, and why it may be the most important medicine you never knew you needed. I know what some of you are thinking right now. Physical affection isn't appropriate at our age. Let me say this clearly. Your need for touch, for warmth, for physical connection is natural and healthy at every stage of life. There's profound dignity in honoring what your heart and body need. Perhaps you're thinking, my body isn't what it used to be. Remember that physical affection encompasses so much more than sexual intimacy. The warmth of cuddling, the tenderness of kisses, the comfort of caressing. These pleasures adapt beautifully to changing bodies. Many couples find that without the pressures of performance or appearance, physical closeness actually deepens with age. Or maybe you worry, what if I reach out and get rejected? This fear is universal. We all share it. Open, gentle communication bridges these gaps of uncertainty. Most people respond warmly to expressions of caring touch when approached with sensitivity. Remember, the person you're connecting with likely carries many of the same hopes and fears you do. And for those thinking, it's simply too late to start something new, the research tells us otherwise. Your capacity for love, for affection, for meaningful connection remains intact throughout your life. Some of the most beautiful love stories begin after 70, unburdened by many of life's earlier complications. You see, in these golden years of ours, physical affection isn't just a luxury, it's essential medicine. Whether you've shared your life with someone for decades, or you're wondering if your heart still has room for new love, I want you to hear this clearly. The human touch remains powerful at every age. When we hold someone close, when skin meets skin, something remarkable happens inside our bodies. Our brains release oxytocin, often called the love hormone. It's like a natural pharmacy opening up within us. Your blood pressure gently lowers. Stress hormones retreat. Physical pain, those aches in your joints, that tension in your back, they often ease. Even your immune system strengthens. Did you know researchers at the University of California found that adults over 70 who regularly hold hands, hug, or cuddle with someone they care about show measurably lower levels of inflammation in their bodies? That's your immune system working better, protecting you more effectively. But let's talk about what happens to our hearts. Not just the physical muscle, but that deeper place where we feel connection. Nearly half of adults over 65 report feeling lonely at times. That loneliness isn't just sad, it's harmful to our health. It's as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day, according to some studies. But here's the beautiful truth. When you reach for someone's hand, when you share an embrace, those feelings of isolation begin to dissolve. Depression lifts, anxiety calms. You feel like you belong again. As Dr. Eleanor Havisham, who studies aging and emotional health, puts it, the need for physical connection only grows more important as we age. For couples, touch becomes a powerful language of care that often grows richer with time. Finding love again after 70. Perhaps you're thinking, that sounds wonderful, but those days are behind me. Let me tell you about Margaret. At 75, after losing her husband of 40 years, she never expected to feel butterflies again. Then came Arthur, a quiet widower from her book club. When you've lived this long, Margaret shared with me, you know what matters. The small disagreements fall away. What remains is the joy of having someone to share your days with, someone to hold close at night. You see, new relationships formed after 70 can be among the most satisfying of one's life. You bring wisdom to love now. You understand what truly matters. You've shed so many of the insecurities that complicated romance in your younger years. And for those who've loved the same person for decades, this can be a renaissance for your connection. Without careers to build and children to raise, many couples discover new dimensions of intimacy in their golden years. Would you believe that holding someone close might help protect your memory? It's true. When we experience regular affection, we tend to sleep better, and good sleep is essential for memory consolidation. That affection also reduces stress, which protects your brain cells from harmful stress hormones. Your mood improves, making you more likely to stay engaged with life, to keep learning and growing. A fascinating study from the University of Michigan tracked older adults for 10 years and found something remarkable. Those who maintained physically affectionate relationships showed slower rates of cognitive decline. For those considering new love after 70, this suggests that far from being too late, forming new bonds might actually help preserve your cognitive function. If you're wondering how to bring more physical affection into your life, start small. For long-term couples who may have drifted into separate routines, begin by simply sitting close enough to feel each other's warmth while watching television. Hold hands during your evening walk. Offer a gentle shoulder massage. If initiating feels difficult, here are some gentle ways to ask your partner for that moment of connection. Would you like to sit close to me while we watch the show tonight? This opens the door to intimacy in a casual, non-pressuring way, showing that you value being near them without expecting anything more. I was thinking it would feel nice to hold hands while we walk. What do you think? A simple, non-demanding request like this helps your partner feel included in the decision to reconnect, making it more about shared time than any expectations. Can I give you a quick shoulder rub? I think it might help us both relax. When you ask in a kind, non-sexual way, you invite your partner to enjoy the moment without feeling pressured. I miss us being close. How about we try sitting together for a while tonight, maybe just talking or even quietly watching TV? This request opens up the possibility for shared closeness, allowing for emotional connection even if physical intimacy feels like a stretch. These small moments of affection, even if they seem simple, can create meaningful emotional closeness between partners. And for those exploring new relationships after 70, it's just as important to be honest about your desire for connection. It might feel daunting at first, especially if you're unsure how the other person will respond. But being open about what you're looking for, whether it's companionship, friendship, or intimacy, can help you form deeper, more meaningful bonds. You might be surprised to discover how many others share the same yearning, but hesitate to express it. Often, seniors who are new to the idea of dating or forming close relationships again are just as nervous and unsure as you are. Your courage in voicing these needs, whether it's a simple, "I'd love to spend more time together," or a gentle, "I've missed having someone to share the small moments with," can be exactly what opens the door to a shared connection. Sometimes, all it takes is one person to step forward and say, "I want to connect," and suddenly, the possibility for something meaningful unfolds. Remember, you are never too old to form new connections. Whether you're starting a romantic relationship or simply making a new friend, being open to intimacy in all its forms can bring profound joy and fulfillment into your life. Don't be afraid to put your feelings out there. The beauty of later life is that you've already lived through so much. Now is the time to enjoy the relationships you deserve. However, there's no question. As we grow older, health challenges may affect our ability to be physically close. Mobility issues may make cuddling more difficult. Chronic pain may prevent you from sharing the affection you used to enjoy. But even in these circumstances, intimacy doesn't have to fade. There are simple adjustments you can make to continue sharing closeness. For example, if sitting together on the couch is uncomfortable, try side-by-side cuddling, or even just resting in each other's presence while listening to music. You don't have to force anything. The goal is just being close, even if that means finding new ways to embrace each other. If grief is affecting your ability to connect, know that it's okay to take your time. Healing from loss can take longer than expected, but small, gentle steps can bring intimacy back into your life when you're ready. A comforting hug from a friend, a hand on your back during a difficult moment, or even a gentle kiss from a new partner can bring warmth and start to heal the heart. Don't rush. Your heart knows when it's ready. Physical challenges are real too. Arthritis, chronic pain, or limited mobility can make some embraces tricky. But intimacy doesn't require grand gestures or gymnastic moves. If hugging head-on hurts your back, try cuddling side by side in bed or on the sofa with pillows for support. If looking up is hard, sit facing each other and hold hands or gently rub each other's shoulders. Sometimes a warm bath or shower first can relax tight muscles before a cuddle. Some couples even find joy in simple routines, like sharing a pot of tea and chatting while holding hands. These adjustments still bring the warmth of closeness without discomfort. In a world that often acts as if love and affection belong only to the young, claiming these joys in our later years becomes a quiet revolution. When you reach for someone's hand at 70, 80 or beyond, you're not just enhancing your own health and happiness. You're showing the world a fuller vision of what it means to age with dignity, tenderness and joy. The poet Mary Oliver wrote, "To live in this world, you must be able to do three things: to love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your own life depends on it, and when the time comes to let it go, to let it go." Perhaps there's no better reminder of why we should hold close those we cherish, especially now, in these precious golden years. So today, reach for someone. Hold them close. Feel the warmth of their skin against yours. In that simple act of connection, you're not just giving and receiving comfort. You're actively contributing to your health, your happiness, and the richness of your days. Because it's never, and I mean never, too late to love again.